Oscars, the Academy Awards, if you're being formal, are this weekend. And so I thought it would be fun to fill out my Oscar ballot. My family, every year we get together, we do our ballots, we score each other. But I just thought, I worked in film, I still follow the industry a little bit, and even though I don't really have any particular insight on who's likely to win outside of having seen the SAG Awards and the Golden Globes earlier this year, and the overlap there is not huge, but in any case, I thought, well, for fun, let's do an Oscar ballot. I'm using the Vanity Fair printable ballot, and I'm not gonna do like I'm only gonna look at the big categories because, again, I don't have any particular insight on things like documentary short, live action short, because I haven't seen most of these movies. A lot of years I'll try to watch most, if not all, of the Oscar nominated films, but this year a lot of them didn't interest me, and I was like, I am not gonna sit through. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know I don't go to the cinema very much anyway because of the way behaviors in public spaces have gotten worse and worse in the past few years. So I have to really want to see a movie on a big screen to go to the cinema to begin with. I've seen a lot of things, well, not a lot this year. I've seen things that I've been able to stream. The Wild Robot was fantastic. I really like Conclave. I'm pulling for Conclave. I know that's probably not gonna win, but I would love to see them walk away with something. So as I do this ballot, is this gonna be an aspirational or a realistic ballot? I'm gonna go for who I think will win, but I may talk a little bit about who I wish would win. So let's start with, visual effects. Okay, Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. That is a tough slate to choose from. I want to give it to Dune Part 2. I feel like Better Man's effects are probably more impressive, or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but I'm going to put Dune Part 2 because I feel like there are probably enough people who want to see Dune do well, and it didn't get, it got a few nominations, but it's not winning Best Picture. I think we can agree. So maybe that is where it will do, where it'll get its flowers. Sound, Dune Part 2, again, I don't know though that sound is where, I thought the sound in Wild Robot was really good. I'm gonna give it to a complete unknown though, because sound and music, and I don't think Amelia Perez, well, I don't want Amelia Perez. I refuse. So production design, I'm going to give that to Wicked. Nosferatu could maybe take it. I haven't seen Nosferatu. I really want to, but I haven't seen it yet. But Wicked, production-wise, is pretty astounding. Makeup and hairstyling. So makeup and hairstyling, I'm going to give to The Substance, because I do think the work that they had to do for that, and again, I haven't seen it because I don't watch things that are gory, and my understanding is the body horror element of The Substance is pretty intense. So as much as I would love to see that movie, and I think the story of the movie is very interesting, I can't watch it. But even just in stills and clips that I've seen, I feel like the makeup and hairstyling there is pretty impressive. I know Wicked could also, or Nosferatu could also take that, but I'm gonna give it to The Substance. Editing. See, I want Conclave to win, but I don't know that it will. I haven't seen Anora. I know a lot of people think that's a big hit, right? I'm going to leave that blank for now because I have to think about that a little bit. Costume design, I'm going to give that to Wicked. Cinematography, honestly, Conclave should have been on that list, but I'm going to give that to Dune Part 2. I feel like The Brutalist might take that actually. And again, I haven't seen that. I'm not sitting 3.5 hours to watch Adrian Brody, who I'm sure he's a fine actor, but I don't like him as a person. So I'm just like, nah. Plus the story, I mean, the story as described is not a draw for me. At some point I might sit down and watch it out of curiosity. Chances are I will turn it off though, because it sounds boring as all get out. Original song. I'm gonna give it... I can't believe that the song from Wild Robot didn't make this list. I think El Mal, because that's the one I've heard about. Even though I don't know. I actually don't know any of these songs. I mean, maybe they'll give it to Elton John. That would be nice. I like Elton John. Original score. The Conclave score. Well, if you watched my video where I talk about it, it was noticeable to me. And I liked it. But I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing in a movie if you're noticing the score. Like, I don't know. But I liked it. I'm going to put Conclave, even though I don't think it's going to actually get this award. I just really, really like the score of Conclave. That's just me. So I'm going to skip documentary feature, but animated feature. So, you know, it feels like The Wild Robot should take this, but I hear so much about Flo that I don't know if Flo might not take this one. I'm going to put The Wild Robot, but I wouldn't be surprised if Flo took... Speaking of little black cats, it's almost like I'm at the Academy Awards and there's all these commercial breaks while I'm trying to do this ballot. But anyway, there's now a little black cat in this room, and who knows what kind of trouble he will cause. Hi, baby. He's rubbing on my feet. International feature. Ooh. I've heard about Flo. Obviously, I'm Still Here. I keep hearing about The Seed of the Sacred Fig, too. I don't know. I'm going to wait on that one too because I do not know. Adapted screenplay. I'm going to give it to Nickel Boys. Obviously, I want Conclave to win, but I don't know that it will. I love Robert Harris's books. I'm going to give that to Nickel Boys. Didn't it won the WGA, didn't it? I don't know. Anyway, original screenplay. That's tough because, like, Nora's Here again. A Real Pain, which, you know, didn't maybe get as much attention. The Brutalist, September 5. This is like the one award September 5 got nominated for. That's another movie I really want to see and haven't yet. And The Substance, which has done well, actually. Moderately well for something of its type. I'm gonna put A Real Pain, but I don't have like a strong faith that that would win because I do think The Substance or even September 5 could take that award. Actor in a supporting role. Well, that's Kieran Culkin, right? Like, I think we're all pretty sure Kieran's taking that one home. It would be really surprising if he didn't. And, you know, we could have surprises. It could happen. Let's see. Actress in a supporting role. Well, I think Zoe Saldana is probably taking that one. Yeah, I think she's probably got that in the bag, despite everything else going on about Emilia Perez. Actor in a leading role. See, I want Rafe to take this home, but I don't think he's going to. I think it's honestly between Adrian Brody and Timothée Chalamet. I'm gonna put Adrian Brody. I know Chalamet took home the SAG, and that was a big surprise to everyone, even him. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say Adrian Brody. I feel like the Academy as a whole might feel as if, you know, Chalamet has a future Oscar. You know, they award one to youngsters now and then, but and they might give it to Mikey Madison, right? But I'm gonna put Demi Moore, mostly because I kind of hope she gets it, and so some of that might be me being wishful, but And Fernanda Torres could take it too, right? She's still in the mix there. Maybe Cynthia Erivo will take it, like, surprise. Director, which, again, like, I was surprised, who is it, John Chu, who did Wicked? I was surprised Wicked wasn't here, but is it going to be Brady? Is it going to be Mangold? No, it's not. Is it going to be Jacques Audiard? I hope it's not Jacques Audiard. I'm going to put Coralie Fargeau because, I don't know, because it's the one woman there. Probably it's going to be Sean Baker, and it might be Brady Corbet. But I guess I am putting wishful choices down, as many of those as realistic choices. And finally, Best Picture. Best Picture, I want it to be Conclave. It's not going to be Conclave, I don't think. I think it's going to be Anora. But it might be The Brutalist. The Brutalist feels like a more classic Oscar film. It's the kind. So the question is this Academy going to go old school or is it going to go slightly more modern? And at the very least, the exciting thing about this year's Oscars is that it feels like there are a lot of possibilities. We could see, one or two movies dominate and shut everybody else out, or we could see like a scattering of awards to various different movies and people, and are they spreading it out or are they condensing is really the question. I'm gonna put Anora because I feel like overall during this award season it has had the stronger showing, and I don't know that the Academy will be distinctly different from the rest of everything. But I would not be surprised if The Brutalist won. I would be absolutely surprised if Conclave won, but I would be delighted. And, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be that surprised if A Complete Unknown won, because I do love their biopics, especially their musician, ones. So, I mean, it's kind of, a lot of this just feels up for grabs, and it's just kind of like, maybe that's why in some cases I'm just choosing things I wish or hope will win, because I should probably just do more research, right? Like I should go read a few articles or go look at the odds in Vegas or something and make my decisions that way, but that kind of takes some of the fun out of it too. So yeah, that's where I am with this Oscar ballot. I've got a few other things to go try and decide on, some of these, like I said, animated short, documentary, I don't know. I've heard that for some of those, you either choose the shortest or longest title. So maybe I'll do that. Yeah, but anyway, who do you think will win Oscars this year, or who do you hope will win Oscars this year? What movies did you see and enjoy? Which did you watch and were like, oh, how did this even get nominated? Emilia Perez, notwithstanding, I guess, since we all know all the issues with that film and the people involved. But in any case, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, take care.